Hi everyone, welcome to the Saturday deck flip through video. So yeah, recently on, was it Wednesdays, when I put out the set musings videos for compilation sets, we've been looking at the masters, so the original masters, or original modern masters, and modern masters 2 and then 3. And somewhere in amongst all of that, and I always have trouble remembering, so probably I suspect between the first Modern Masters and the second one, or thereabouts, they released this modern event deck. So I thought it'd be a good opportunity to revisit this. I know I've opened it on the channel before, but sometimes it's nice to look back. Maybe, you know, at that point, because of the way the video transfer was working, although I may have had a higher quality camera, I don't know if I was shooting it at it was being shot at 1080, but it got scaled down to 720 because of the import software I was using, which bizarrely came with the camera. So over time I worked out how to take the raw files and just basically splice them in 1080 real easy using old school DOS commands, which is rather amusing. Anyway, so let's have a look at this. I think it'd be fun to look at this mulch of the multitudes deck. So it came in a pretty nice box at the time. You got a sideboard as well, and a how to play guide. So we'll go through the components here. Let's just have a quick. And this is always going to be fun to get on camera, but yeah, just trying to avoid. It's always fun with these, trying to avoid ripping them. Okay, let's zoom out a little bit. See the edge of the cheese board there. Yeah, March of the Multitudes. So, you know, if you were used to, I suppose, yeah, event decks were a thing at this point. They were already been released. The other sort of decks, if you remember the dual decks, I always really liked. Now the dual decks, when you got a deck, they'd sort of come and it would show you what sets the dual decks had come from, or the cards had come from. This didn't do that, even though it was, you know, spreading the net wider than, say, a normal event deck, which would just be a standard event deck. Anyway, so it's got instructions on playing the deck, as you saw there, the deck listing, and then this rather large part of it, which is all about tournaments and events and the modern format. Yeah, it says this modern event deck was designed to be playable as is in modern events as of May the 30th, 2014. Okay. 8th edition to Mirrodin. Modern format uses core sets and blocks from 8th edition to Mirrodin to the present. 8th edition to the present. Yep. Okay, so let's have a look and see what sort of deck. It's been a while since I've looked at this deck. So it does seem to be arranged in casting cost order. We will zoom in on the full card. As you can see, it is sleeved up. I decided not to unsleeve it for the purpose of this video. There we go. So let's see what we've got here. So we've got some Soul Wardens. But how many? Well, these, I'm pretty sure, yeah, at the time they came with, you got sleeves with this as well. Okay, so 2 of those. We got Tide Hollow Sculler. I'll include a link to the original unboxing as well. So how many of those have we got? So for the original unboxing, I would have gone through all the cards individually. So 3 of those. Okay. black, Path to Exile. It's an interesting order here. Oh, 3 of those. Inquisition of Kozilek. A couple of those. A Shrine of the Loyal Legions. 2 of those. Honor of the Pure. 2, 3. Tangible Virtue. 3, 4 of those. Okay. Yeah, we've got definitely tokens going in here, so this is some sort of soldier stroke tokens deck. But we are playing white and black, so white, black. Yeah, creature tokens. White, black tokens. Okay. I'm trying to think, I just wouldn't know at the time what the particular dominant deck in Modern would have been. Okay, number of raise the alarms there. There's 4 of those. Okay, Zealous Persecution. Judging by the fact we're still on 2 drops here, this looks like it's quite a fast deck. Okay, now we get on to the three drops. So there were 3 of those Zealous Persecutions. Interesting. So, Sword of Feast and Famine. And I mean, you get just 1. Okay, not too generous. A Lingering Souls, so more 3 drops. It's got flashback on it. 4 of those. Oh yeah, that's right, Spectral Procession was in here, wasn't it? Weird sort of hybrid between colourless mana of 2 for each, and coloured mana of white for each. So you get this two white, 2 white, 2 white hybrid. So worst case scenario, if you've only got access to black mana, it's going to cost you 6 to get this out. Best case scenario, if you have access to white, then yeah, 3 white. Okay. Yep, 3 of those. Now, Elspeth. This is going to be a one-off. Yep. Right. Our mana base. So we have a Caves of Coelios. And another one. And a third one. Okay. So 4 copies of that. City of Brass in here. And we have 2 copies of that. We've got an Isolated Chapel. So what do they call check lands, I think, where they check to see you've got a certain land of a certain type, and then accordingly come in tapped or untapped. So 4 of those. We also have a Vault of the Archangel, which is a white-black utility land. So it does generate colourless mana, but then there's this additional ability here. Pretty handy. There's a Windbrisk Heights in here with Hideaway. In fact, they are... Oh, okay. How many of those? Oh, 4. Wow. Okay. And now we just get on to our regular plays, the best bit of the deck. Okay, so let's see what we've got here. Artwork-wise. So these so far are all the same artwork. And then the swamps. Looks like it's all the same, maybe. Oops. Okay, there we have it. So that's the deck now. We do have something to follow this because, as I said, if you remember, this had a sideboard in it, as did all the event decks of that time when event decks were a thing. The other thing is, and maybe I'll show you these first, there were some tokens in here because we've got stuff generating tokens. So soldier, and these were double-sided, so soldier with an emblem, and then we've got another soldier with spirit, soldier with another spirit, Mia with a spirit, and finally Mia with a spirit. So yeah, 5 of those double-sided, so you get sort of 10 in total, sort of. Okay. Oh, maybe missed one of the nice things in this. Yes, this came with a spin down. You know, I always used to like my spin downs back when I was still actually opening fat packs and bundles and stuff like that. Yep, so nice spin down counter there. A little bit weird, this one. Some weird stuff going on the corners there. I don't know if you can see that. Very strange. I'm assuming it was like that originally, unless it's faded over time. Right, so our sideboard, which was obviously designed with the modern meta at the time. So we've got a couple of relics of progenitors here. Oops, in fact 3 of them. We have Brunton Forge Tender, and there are 2 of those. There's a duress in here. In fact, we've got, well, okay, 3 copies. Kataki War's Wage, of which there are another 3. Oh yeah, Dismember. Oh, -5 for 1, and then either 2 black or 2 Phyrexian mana. So you can do 1 and 4 life to cast that instead. -5, and there's 2 of those. That's instant speed as well. And then also sideboarded, got some interesting land. We've got Ghost Quarter, a couple of those, and that's pretty cool because, you know, when you think about it, from the card pool perspective in terms of what modern has access to, there's a whole ton of non-basics, like dual land non-basics, and this is obviously really handy for dealing with those. So getting the controller to swap out their recently destroyed target land, whatever you've chosen to destroy, with a basic land and put that into battlefield. The other thing with this card is you can use it on yourself as a form of fixing, you know. It does and also it does generate colourless mana. So yeah, but you can blow up one of your own lands in order to get another one if you're having trouble with fixing mana. So there we have it. I hope you enjoyed that. That was really interesting looking at that deck. I can't even remember when I last had a look at that or played with it. Thanks very much for watching. Bye for now, and I will catch you in a future episode.